As promised, it is now for the designer segment, and with us is the amazing Kush, CEO and co-founder of Kitukali. Kush, thank you for having us.
Thank you for joining me. Yes, hi.
Oh, amazing. Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Young people doing amazing things, and that's what it's all about. I mean, Kush, you have set up an amazing production center here for all this amazing designs of shoes, and you have actually included the community
100%.
in the setup of your company.
100%. Yes.
Tell us what inspired
Yeah,
Kitukali.
so 3 years ago the brand started. We were 3 partners at the time, and we were all living in the UK and working there. They are my good friends. One of them was on holiday here in Kenya, saw a small advert somewhere saying we sell unique shoes, and he decided to visit that shop and found a small little shop somewhere, saw all these shoes laid out on the table and decided to buy 5 pairs for himself. And that was it for then.
Yeah.
He went back to the UK, started wearing them out and about in the tube, going to work. People kept stopping him and saying, "Yo, where do you get those shoes from, man? They're amazing, they're cool." And he got stopped like 10 or 20 times before he decided, okay, there's something behind these shoes. Like, let's explore the idea of selling shoes.
Yeah.
And that's where it started. It said, let's sell shoes. And he called me up, and my background is in advising businesses and growing businesses. I was a consultant in the UK. So he started getting my advice, and I said, okay, they're cool shoes, okay, and clearly people want them. Let's explore this idea. And we started talking to the local partner here, Julie, her name is, and we asked Julie, where are these made? You said they're handmade, and she said, made in Kibera. And we looked at her and said, what do you mean made in Kibera? For us, Kibera, is a place of hardship. We didn't realize there was talent and craftsmanship in Kibera. And then we started exploring more about it, and we said to Julie, introduce us to the workshop there, let us speak to the guys out there. Let's understand, this is made in Kibera and it's handmade. Yeah. And so it went from being an idea of selling shoes to actually incorporating Kibera and the community in Kibera that are making these shoes. And it's not just our workshop that made the shoes. We looked at our supply chain, or where we were sourcing the materials, what materials we were sourcing, all locally sourced and all within Kibera, within markets in Nairobi. And so it became more of a brand about incorporating community impact into cool, vibrant shoes.
Oh, wow. I love how you put that. And it was really interesting, walking around, meeting your team, talking to different people. We're going to meet Jose later. Guys, he is amazing. He works with the team here, and he's amazing. I love that you're working with a lot of young people.
Yes.
And impacting, skill and knowledge to young people.
That's the concept. So it's not just about employing people from Kibera. We identified that there's a gap in employing youth from Kibera. Typically the youth would get up to mischief in the slum areas like in Kibera, and we said, why not give these guys an opportunity to learn something, to learn a new skill, to come into a workplace where there's a nice environment to grow themselves, and that way not only will they better themselves and stop the mischief, they might encourage others in their community to say, guys, there's work out there, there are people, there are companies that want to empower us. Let's stop doing what we're doing and go into this kind of environment and work for a living, because there's something more to life. So that's the idea, and we only employ youth, and identifying the right people to work with is a skill in itself.
Yes.
And that's the magic behind this team. You have to employ the right guys who have the right attitude, and then the way they come together as a team, it's amazing.
The cohesion.
Completely.
It's a vibe, guys. It's a vibe. We'll walk through the workshop later and, have a look at everything. I want to know your fabrics. Your fabrics are quite unique.
Yeah.
I mean, when we're talking about designing shoes, somebody like, okay, so there's the shoe. I mean, it's a shoe.
Yeah.
But you've incorporated different elements. I mean, there's the fabric component, and then there's the best part that we saw, that we will see in the walkthrough, which is sustainable upcycling of jeans fabric from Mitumba.
Completely.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so firstly, we have the African fabrics. These are fabrics that are inspired from all over Africa. We have South African tribal, we have Kente from Ghana, we have Ankara from West Africa, we have our own local Kenyan fabrics, Maasai and Kikoi. So it's incorporating different fabrics because every region has a fabric that means something to that region. There's a reason why Maasai is red and blue.
Yeah.
There's a reason why Kikoi is the way it looks.
Yes.
You know, it's inspired by something within that region. So we wanted to incorporate that African culture into shoes.
And what would you say to a lot of people that go, okay, well, amazing, the fashion industry is frivolous. What would you say to that? Being the functional man you are.
Yeah, it's a tough industry, right? Don't expect to find a product, put it online and sell. It's not that easy.
Yes.
There are different aspects to the business in this industry. You have to have something unique. You have to have something that you've tested the market. You know, our test was people stopping my partner at the time, and stopping him and saying, "Wow." So that was our test. We knew straight away that the product is something that some people want. So test the market first without putting your everything into creating a full-on business. You know, this workshop we're in, it's a 1,500 square foot workshop.
Yeah.
We only moved in here 3 months ago.
Oh, really?
You know, we've been running for 3 years. We had a very small workshop elsewhere and we've decided to now expand. So don't go all out before you know that there's traction, that the market wants it, and then start to build in and put in investment and money into it.
Amazing.
And, build a team that you're, ready to grow with. Build a team that are inspired by what you do, not just anyone that can do the job.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. What has your experience been in the Kenyan fashion industry, and what would you like to see moving forward?
The Kenyan fashion industry, we've been lucky in that we are one of the very few that have done African-inspired footwear.
Yes.
And so, it's
Yes,
not clothing.
it's a niche market.
It's a
Yes,
niche market.
it's
It's
a
not
niche
clothing. It's not accessories. The handbag market is tough. The
yes.
African clothing market is tough.
Tight.
So we've been lucky in that sense. And, what I'd like to see moving forward is more of an online presence within Kenya. E-commerce is growing. Right, and we've purposely started the brand as a purely online brand. We don't have shops. We stock, we get inquiries from people to stock our stuff, and we'll do it. But e-commerce is where it's at, and we'll continue to build our online presence in Kenya, and then start to grow in neighboring countries: Tanzania, Rwanda, Uganda. Those are our next target markets. Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. So e-commerce.
E-commerce.
All E.
Yes.
So if we want to find Kush, we go on e-commerce platforms.
That's it.
Kush, so where can we find you? For viewers watching now, and they're like, "Oh my God, Kitakali, where can we find you? Where can we find your stuff?"
Online.
Online.
Yeah. Instagram, Kitakali, online, kitakali.com.
Yes.
We do cash on delivery. We do free returns and exchanges. We're confident in our product, so we'll deliver it to you without you paying a shilling. And if you don't like it, give it back to the rider and say no. And touch wood, to date, we've had no one that has said, take it back because we don't like it. Maybe they return it because they want a bigger size. And like I said, we do free exchanges. So, it's e-commerce, but it's building those elements into the kind of logistics that we have. So it gives consumers who are not really confident in buying online a chance to go, cool, let me take a punt and just buy this product and see what it's all about without putting any money into it. So online, that's where we are.
Amazing. And one of the most genius branches I think you had with the shoes is the house shoes.
Yes, yeah.
You have an amazing line of house shoes. Tell us how you started that.
House slippers was an idea that came up last year around March time when COVID really started hitting the country. We had people employed within the company that needed some income, and shoes were very slow at the time. People were not confident in buying shoes because they're not the cheapest product, and at the time where COVID is so prominent in the country, they don't want to buy shoes, right? So we thought, okay, if they're not buying shoes to wear outside, maybe people are staying at home. Maybe they want something for the house. And COVID was a dull time in people's lives. It was, a really sad time.
True.
So we wanted to bring colorful stuff in the house that people can wear in the mornings, and it kind of brightens up their day. House slippers, and they're comfortable. In the cold weather, they are warm for your feet. They have a fleece in a lining. So we said, cool, let's try house slippers. Let's see what happens. And from day one, it just
It's a hit.
It's and
It's
still
a
till
personal
today.
favorite.
Yeah,
Guys,
yeah.
I saw them and I really love them. I mean, definitely we'll be sharing, images of them. Make sure you go online, check them out, and hopefully we'll have some giveaways. We'll see about that. But generally, Kush, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
And as a parting shot, what tip would you like to give us? Something from Kush, the person.
Yeah, I would say, people who want to start a business, who want to do something, who are, stuck in their 9 to 5, go for it.
Yeah.
But when I say go for it, it's like, it's a typical cliche thing, like go for it, do it. I don't mean that. What I mean is start it on the side, do something on the side while you still have a stable income, because the business is not going to bring you money from day one, right? Yeah. You might be very lucky and some celebrity wears it on the first day that you launch and you're blowing up maybe, but that's luck. So what I would say is, be comfortable in your job, but if you want to do something, start it on the side, test the market, see if it works. As soon as you see that you're getting some income and things are working, drop what you have and then focus on it full time. But definitely go for something that you love, go for your passion, and just do it, I would say.
Amazing. Yeah. Thank you for having
us,
Sheena. And definitely enjoying the vibes, guys. Make sure you follow Kush and Kitu Kali on Instagram and all their platforms. Wow, we are here behind the scenes with Jose.
Yeah, welcome to Kitu Kali.
Hey, thank you, Jose. Head of production.
Yeah.
Managing everything in the back, working with the teams, young guys. So what are you guys doing here, for example?
Hapa tunaunda indoors. Yeah.
Indoors.
Yeah, we use the sponge. So that itakupatia feeling kitoka job, at least tunakuwa comfortable kiasi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
House shoes. Now material ni kali.
That's why inaitwa Kitu Kali.
How do you produce?
Kuna venye tuna train, alafu tunaangalia mali wana fit. Alafu tuna nini?
So training kwanza.
Yeah.
And then now allocation now.
Yeah, allocation.
Kind of stations.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're moving to the shoes, people. Now that was a house slippers. This is
slippers.
The design team now for the shoes. Amazing production team. Hey, Jose, look at this. This is amazing fabric. Huh?
It's called Bahari.
This is Bahari fabric.
Yeah, because of the blue part.
Aha! And this is now what Kush was saying. You use fabrics from different places, Nini.
Kenya.
And this is the team. Guys, say hi. Give us a wave. This is the team. The boys in the house doing amazing job under Jose. So what do we have here now?
Sharon and most of the time anasaidia Don. To make easy insole na kufanya the printing part.
Oh yeah. Wait, so the printing is also happening here?
Yeah.
Hey, you guys.
Kila kitu ni hapa.
Don, what's up? Team leading this side? Really amazing thing. So now what you're doing is like a fit. So this is now the shoe size you're fitting. That is pretty cool. And Sharon now over there is doing now the...
Nataka kuweka kapisi ya jeans. Zamani tulikuwa tunatumia stiffener, lakini siku hizi tunatumia jeans, at least kuwe comfortable.
Sustainability and flexibility.
Yeah.
Hey, this is interesting, huh? Now, like in a day, una produce ngapi? Like how many do you work on in a...
Around
like
20 something, depending on the design. Yeah.
How does it feel working with a team? Like managing a young team, how does it feel?
Na feel poa.
Exciting.
Wako friendly, tuko age moja. Yeah.
Kitu Kali, guys. Kitu Kali.